Thank you very much, Tate Hans. Good evening, kubahlali base Johannesburg, na bahlali abahlala kwamanye ama provinces who are our followers. Welcome to the talk with myself, the Speaker of Council. We are excited to bring you another exciting show that seeks to educate our communities way to and share the work of council. As usual, as like all the Wednesdays, we are live on various platforms such as City of Joburg's social media platforms, as well as the speaker's own page, which is Ngcobo Mulwele on Facebook and @speaker_COJ on Twitter. We are also live on Jozi FM. As you can see, Tate Hans is here already. We are live until 7 p.m. on Jozi FM, following which we will then take the stream and play it on Eldos FM from 8 until 9 p.m. Today, we are also joined by Radio Islam and Eastwave FM. We also welcome Chai FM, who will stream the show tomorrow morning as per usual, tomorrow Thursday from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock. We really appreciate all these local media houses. Thank you very much to all of you community media who continue to partner with us as the City of Johannesburg on this very important initiative of community education, empowering our citizens. Greetings to all guests that are present on the platform. We are joined by councillors as well. We have, as I had already indicated, we have Councillor Mosehla here with us, who is the representative or a deployee of the EFF in council, who has shown an interest in the affairs of the student council. I know we are also expecting Councillor Mfikwe, who said she's joining. I'm not sure whether she is here already. And the chair of chairs, I'm not sure whether they have arrived, but it is proper that I greet them so that as I arrive. Greetings to all the guests, as I said, all radio stations and partners on the platform, our viewers that are online, officials and leadership present. I wish to also give an apology on behalf of our seasoned partner, Dr. Fundi Nyati. Ubele will not be joining us today, and if he does, it is likely going to be in the middle of the conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, when we launched the Speakers Debating Cup in partnership with the Pan-Africanist School Debating Council a few weeks ago, we briefly spoke about the Johannesburg Student Council as well. The Johannesburg Student Council is a program that Hans and abamameli bawo wonke ama radios akhona today, is a program that seeks to involve young people of high school age going in the business of council and to amplify their voices in council business and in the fight against unemployment, in the fight against inequality and poverty. The Student Council recently held its Student Council Leadership Conference, which was held at St. Barnabas College on the weekend of the 27th and 28th of March. The conference, amongst other things, elected the new Joburg Student Council leadership, which consists of the junior speaker, junior mayor, along with other junior members of the junior mayoral committee. So today I am hosting, and I am delighted to host this group of talented young women as a follow-up to our initial discussion where we introduced the concept of the Student Council. Today, I would like to introduce the newly elected leadership of the Student Council so that members of our community also get to understand some of the work that these young people will be doing, but also to encourage more and more schools to participate in this program, given that our application season will open at the end of October, beginning November. So we are really requesting our schools to participate in the program. Mr. Hans, Miss Brenda Andrews is also on the platform today. You will remember that she is the head of our Johannesburg Student Council. But today I wish to focus more on the young people on the platform, and would like to invite their participation by way of them introducing themselves, as you had already started, Mr. Hans, to say they must introduce themselves and tell us about their portfolios and the vision for the portfolio. I will call them out one by one. I think that Hans, as a partner, you will call them as you had already started, and perhaps they can just say a word or two as you have already requested. So let me hand over to you, Tate Hans, but I think it is important to actually indicate who is here. Quickly, we have Elga Skuman, who is the Junior Deputy Speaker. We have Katleho Mataba, who is the Junior Mayor. We have Faith Kajo, the Junior Deputy Mayor. We have Lisedi Makubela, the Junior Chief Whip of Council. We have Daisy Maisela, who is the Junior Chairperson of Health. Faith van Grunen, Junior Chairperson of Environment. Zaga Baloyi, Junior Chairperson of Community Development. Tyra Heredin, Junior Chairperson of Social Development. Rulanis Simangwe, Junior Chairperson of Transport. Okay, so if I have left anybody out, then they will introduce themselves as they speak. But now let me hand over to you, Mr. Hans. Thank you very much.
I'm going to be directed by what I see on the screen. As you see now, Tahira is ready, has been ready all along. And Ntlaka has been ready all along. As I see them on the screens, I'll engage them. Tahira, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, thank you.
Yeah, it's a junior sound. I love the sound because it's more junior and it can tell us about your portfolio, Tahira.
Social development is about improving the well-being of every individual in the society.
Yes.
Hence, I want to invest in people's lives. I believe happy people makes a better society, and a better society makes a successful nation. Thank you.
Now, me and you, Tahira, are faced with the issues of bullying. We're looking at social contracts. We're looking at a whole lot of things that are happening in school level. And social development plays a key role as far as that is concerned. What are you going to do in your portfolio looking at this pandemic? It's like a pandemic, I must say, which is bullying. How are you going to handle this matter?
I'll be the voice of my society, of the students at the schools.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me now go straight to Tlaka. Tlaka, are you there?
Ntlaka works for the office of the speaker, Mr. Hans.
So maybe there?
I'm going to hand it over to Shumikazi Radebe, who is actually the junior speaker in the Johannesburg Student Council. Shumikazi, are you there?
I'm here.
Shumikazi, welcome to the show. Your picture is upside down and I don't know what is happening. The technology is doing some crazy things with you.
Oh, apologies.
Now, welcome to the show. We're talking to junior chairpersons, junior, or everything junior. Tell me about your portfolio. How do you find your role in this matter of engaging?
I'd like to think that my role is one that is very broad and that is not very limited to anything specifically. And it just contains of overseeing everything that goes on within the council, chairing the meetings, making sure that the agenda is followed and that everything is going according to plan.
Yes, I'm finding it difficult because I can't see everybody on the screen because of how just go left, right, and center. Oh, there we go. I'll just open up the whole spider web of you guys all over the show. Maybe we should give introductions. Introductions to everybody out there so that you can have a bite to say hello to the listeners of Josie FM. Let me start with Daisy. Mama Maisela.
Good day, everyone. My name is Daisy Maisela. I am the Junior Chairperson of Health.
Tell us more about your role, Daisy.
So my role, in my understanding, is that to serve the people in my community and to make sure that their well-being mentally and physically is in the right state. Yes.
There we go. Then we followed now by, I just want you to introduce yourself. Faith?
Which Faith?
Faith Kajo.
Hi,
You're the
everyone.
only Faith we have in here.
No, there's another Faith. There's Faith van Groenen.
No, I said Faith Kajo.
Yes, it's me.
Yeah, Faith, introduce yourself and the portfolio.
Hi, everyone. My name is Faith Kajo, and I am Deputy Mayor of the JSC. Yeah.
Faith van Groenen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Faith van Groenen. I'm the Junior Chairperson on Environment, and I go to the National School of the Arts.
And we go to Elgar Skuman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elgar Skuman. I am currently the Deputy Speaker of the JSC, and I represent my school, Hoërskool Randburg.
Then we go to Rulani Simango. Rulani.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am Rulani Simangwe, the new Chairperson of Transport of the City of Johannesburg, Junior Chairperson of Transport, and I attend at St. Andrews Secondary School. Thank you.
Mr. Baloyi. Mr. Baloyi. Is Baloyi there? Ntsaka Baloyi.
He appears to be connecting his audio. He seems to be having a bit of trouble.
Okay, Brenda. Brenda. Okay. Johannes.
Oh, really?
Johannes is a senior council member.
Because I'm trying to get, because I'm looking at time, I'm trying to get to say hello to everybody. Then the
Okay.
Okay. Now, these are issues that you're facing. Yeah. Okay. Are you there?
Yes.
Baloyi.
Yes,
Welcome.
Hi.
Introduce yourself, Baloyi. Don't be shy.
Okay. I am Zaka Baloyi from Sir John Adamson. I am part of the JSC of Johannesburg. I am the current chairholder of community development.
Now, let's talk about young people and the activities that they're doing. I hope I didn't leave anyone out for introduction.
Hello.
Yeah.
I am Lesedi Makubela, and I attended VSSB High School, and I am the current Junior Chief Whip of the Johannesburg Student Council.
Now, let's start with you, Lesedi. You're a Chief Whip. Tell us the role of a Chief Whip in an environment of young people.
The role of the Chief Whip is basically to administer that the rules are being abided to, and that I basically act as a disciplinarian, and just making sure that I administer that things are going according to order and things are going according to the way in which they're supposed to.
Now, Councillor, you'll be helping me on many issues. I mean, Mayor Katlego Mashaba. Let's look at your Matsaba. Let's look at your role with the council as a mayor. Katlego?
She's muted.
Okay, Katlego is muted. Okay. can we also have okay, we have all the opening remarks, Councillor, you must work with me on this one because I'm trying to fly at the highest level. Maybe Chairperson for Communication on Development, Baloyi, tell us what will be your main area of focus or priority during your term?
During my time, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, your term. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you. During my time as a community developer, I would not only like to focus on developing community, but redeveloping the communities. So things that we have already done, as in, for example, building libraries, we have to go back to them and check if they are being well maintained, so they do not die out. So I would like to focus most of my energy on that as a community developer.
Now let's go now to junior speaker, Shumikazi Ratebe. Briefly tell us about your role as the Johannesburg Student Council.
So the role that I play within the council is to make sure that the agenda is being followed, to chair the meetings and to just make sure everything is going according to plan, but also to speak on behalf of the rest of the councillors.
Now, Faith van Greenen, you are the chairperson for the environment, and what will be your main area of focus because of environment? Our environments are very bad.
Yes, so as chairperson of environment, two main projects I really want to start within the JSC. The first being starting recycling within our schools and teaching learners the importance of recycling and how impactful it can be to be a part of that. So a company I really would like to work with, Boswell Recycling Solutions, they not only do neighborhood recycling, but also for schools as well. So I really want to focus a lot of energy in getting all the members of council of the JSC to participate in that. And a second one I'm also very passionate about is many of us donate sanitary products to people who experience periods and cannot afford these sanitary products. But they can create a lot of waste. And obviously it's not our fault that we have a period, so we can't help it. But a better alternative is to start donating menstrual cups. These are silicone cups that act in similar ways as tampons, and they can last up to 15 years. And they only cost, so they cost 250 Rand at the first purchase. But when you compare that to about 5,200 Rand you would spend on pads for those 15 years, you know, it's a big difference. Not only are you impacting a person's life by giving them, you know, one pack of sanitary pads to last a month, but you're giving them something to allow themselves to continue their daily activities for 15 years, and you're also keeping the environment healthy. So those are two main projects I really want to focus on during my term of office.
Elga Skuman?
Yes.
Tell us more about the role that you'll be playing in your portfolio.
Well, obviously, as the deputy speaker, one of my main jobs will be to support this junior speaker of council to advance her agenda and ensure everyone follows and respects her. And obviously, when unable, I will be standing in her place, agendas, making agendas, chairing meetings and everything. Yeah, that's basically it. And yeah.
Young people for you. Thank you so much. Let's go to Daisy. Have a bite, Daisy.
Yes. So one of my portfolios that I would like to do is mainly based like on poverty. So in my communities and even the surrounding communities, there's a lot of homeless people who hardly get anything to eat, and their kids are running around in the street barefoot. So I would like it if my school and my church or the surrounding areas would donate care packages and like school supplies, toys, and even like shoes. Yes.
Now, we're now going to Faith. Faith, Kajo?
Yeah.
Tell us more about your role, just to elaborate further.
My role as a deputy mayor is to help the mayor with making right decisions based on like some of the tasks that will be handed to her, as well as to be a support system for right decision making, as well as to be a link between the councillors and the mayor, and also give advice.
Zakamalo Baloy, we know engagement are at a high level in our society, and you guys are simplifying these matters that could have done 25 years ago. Your portfolio, say, what are you going to make as a difference?
So in my community,
too many sounds coming from your side, Rebaloy. In the meantime, as Baloy is fixing everything, let's go to Baloy is coming twice on the screen. That's why there's an echo. It's got two phones on. That's where the problem is. Now let's go to Rolani.
Yes, sir.
Tell me more about your portfolio, Rolani. We're trying to just speed up everything, your portfolio, the main area of focus that you believe your portfolio will serve the community of the city of Johannesburg.
As I have mentioned before, I was elected the junior chairperson of transport of the JSC. Transport shapes the way the city dwellers live and ensures the survival of the city itself, taking residents from home to work, schools, hospitals, stadiums, etc. And Joburg's transport department makes sure the public and private transport flows smoothly for the benefit of all users. I use the Rea Vaya to get to and from school on a daily basis. The main issue or problem that I have is that I leave home very, very early and it is very, very dark outside. And it is very, very terrifying to stand alone at a Rea Vaya bus stop because it is very dark. One might actually experience crime. They might rob me or something. I cannot help to think. So I would like to propose that the city of Johannesburg, the department, the transport department actually employs securities to actually be like in each and every bus stop so that people to guard people so that people do not feel terrified at those times. Thank you.
Now I'm going to give just half a minute to each and every person to look at the issue of how will you actually encourage your peers to actually join the council, because of many of your peers are actually out of the structures. They're not participating in many issues. Maybe from the top right, I'll go in sequence. Elga Skuman, 30 seconds. How will you encourage your peers?
So I believe a lot of young people today don't get involved into politics, and a lot of young people don't really know a lot about politics. So I would do is I'd represent my people and my community, make sure everyone knows about political issues that are currently being discussed, and ask them for their input to get them interested in politics and eventually into the JSC. Yeah.
Faith van Gern?
So one way I would want to get more youth involved in the JSC is by bringing it to social media. Many of us know that youth, we spend our lives on our phones, and by bringing this kind of information to social media makes it more accessible to people our own age. Also, by telling people, my friends, about the JSC and the things we're doing and getting their input, so I can bring it back to the other members of our council, and that way it'll just spread and have a domino effect and more people will find out about it.
Beautiful. Lesedi?
One way I would encourage the youth to join such initiatives would be take it online, encourage people to join these virtual meetings, things like this, tune into the radio, watch the news, try to get the message across, most importantly, to other schools, because there are a lot of people who don't know about such initiatives, and it's quite important and it's primitive. Thank you.
Now let's go to Katlego. Katlego Matsaba? Katlego? Katlego. Okay, let's, Katlego, I don't know what's happening to your audio. Let's get to Shumigazi?
I think the most important thing to do would be to educate my peers on the student council, because I've come to realize that not many people are familiar with it and just how much of a great platform it is. So by educating them and showing them just how much change can be brought, would really encourage them to join, as well as having, like Madam Speaker, visit various different schools, encouraging the youth to participate and join. That would create a great impact.
Beautiful. Katleho, are you ready now? What's happening to Katleho Matsaba?
Katleho, maybe you should try unmuting yourself if you can hear us.
She is unmuted in Zoom. It would just appear there is no mic from which.
Madam Mayor Katli.
Rulani.
Yes, sir. I have previously conducted a survey from my school asking my fellow schoolmates if they knew about the Johannesburg Student Council and the COJ Council at large, and the results came back very, very negative. So I would like to educate my schoolmates at large about the JSC and how the COJ comes about enacting certain policies in the city of Johannesburg, and beg them to actually educate other people out there who do not know about such initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you, Rolani. Let's go straight to Baloyi.
Hello.
Quick Baloyi.
Hello. So how?
Yes,
Katli. Okay, Katli, it's on. Let's give Katli, come in quickly, Katli.
Apologies. The Speaker of Johannesburg, Josie FM, and Dr. Fundi and my team, I bid you not only a pleasant but a cordial good evening. My name is Katleho Matsaba, an aspiring entrepreneur and future visionary, and I'm the current junior mayor of Johannesburg. Basically, my vision is to reinforce the spirit of Ubuntu. Regarding the incident that happened recently of the young lady who committed suicide as a result of bullying. First of all, this generation is too quick to take out their phones and take videos and not take action towards it. And that is why I want to basically reinforce the spirit of Ubuntu. That indicates the horribleness in humanity. And how am I going to encourage my peers to basically engage in the Johannesburg Student Council? Basically, through my dedication and hard work that I'll invest in the Johannesburg Student Council, that will encourage my peers to basically, that'll make my peers encouraged and inspired. I rest my case.
Beautiful. Yeah, no wonder technology failed you earlier on. The technology knew that you're going to talk, the longest statement. Let's get to Baloyi quickly. Baloyi. Yeah, that's the mayor. Eh?
So I have spoken. Yes, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Baloyi.
Okay, so I have spoken to the peers at my school and around my neighborhood. So they do not know how to engage with government. They do not know how they would be able to communicate with them. Hence, when they want to communicate, all they do is strike. So I want to be a platform where I will be talking to the youth and encouraging them. And I have already spoken to some of my schoolmates. I have already told them that if I have a project for the JSC, I will invite them and do it with them.
Beautiful.
So I feel like inviting them.
You basically are teaching process. People must just follow the process. Thank you so much, Baloyi. Taira?
Yes. How I would encourage my peers is by sharing information about the JSC as well as upcoming events. This will create a hype, and also by getting them to volunteer at the events hosted by the JSC. Thank you.
Rulani, quickly. Rulani.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Rulani. Mamluele, I think I'll give back to you because of now you can continue with the youngsters. I'm happy that we have young people who are engaging directly on the issues, because of one thing that you're failing in society is we are not falling within structures. So with this council, the chairpersons, the speakers, the chief whips and all, I'm happy that politics are taking a different turn within the structures of the city of Johannesburg. Mamluele, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ndate Hans. Thank you very much to Jozi FM for your partnership and your participation in this. I just want, before Rulani speaks, I just want to remind our viewers and our followers that here we are nurturing the future of our country.
Monday to Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. on Jozi FM.
Okay, so what you are doing as the city of Johannesburg, this is a program that started some years ago. So we advance and revive the program as and when things are changing. But the main purpose of this program, it is to nurture the future of our country, because these are young men and women who will be leaders tomorrow. And it is important for them to know how government functions. As I think one of them has said, I think it was Baloi, who said that most people don't know how government works, especially local government. That's why you find people burning what we have and destroying what we have when they are angry. So, look, Manzi. So we are nurturing them as young as they are so that they become responsible leaders of tomorrow. So Rulani, as you are going to respond to the question by Mr. Hans, let me just give you that opportunity.
Yes, like I have mentioned, is that I have conducted a survey in my school, within my school, and I have asked my schoolmates two very simple basic questions. I asked them if they knew about the COJ Council and if they knew about the Johannesburg Student Council at large. The results came back very, very, very negative. I have come to learn that young persons do not know about such initiatives. Young persons do not know about the COJ Council and how it comes to enacting certain policies within the city of Johannesburg. So I would like to educate my fellow schoolmates. I would like to educate my fellow schoolmates about the COJ. I would like to educate my fellow schoolmates about the Johannesburg Student Council at large. As the Speaker Osomlomo Mkhantu mentioned earlier, the JSC is a program that seeks to amplify young persons' voices in council business. So if young persons knew about this initiative, they would actually maybe want to voice out certain struggles, certain needs, certain issues that they encounter maybe at school, within their societies and whatnot. So I believe it is very crucial that information dissemination becomes alive and whatnot, so that young persons do know about such initiatives, which do know about such initiatives within the COJ. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rulani. Let me ask a question which can be answered by anyone, but I would love if this question, the first to answer the question is Madam Mayor, Mayor Mataba. If you could just answer this question, I would want to know, and I'm sure even our viewers out there would want to know, why did you find it important for you to participate in the Johannesburg Student Council? And also, how will your school and your community benefit from you being in the Student Council? If you can just, short response to that, as we also welcome Councillor Mfikwe, who is the chairperson for Environment Infrastructure Services Department. I think they when we host the breakfast, we will also have chairpersons of committees, who will be welcoming the Student Council and in their different portfolios. Councillor Mfikwe, you have a junior chairperson here who is a chairperson of the same portfolio as yourself. So we are mentoring the future of the country, like I said. Yes, Mayor Mataba. And I'm so excited. We have a female mayor, female junior mayor.
Basically, I wanted to be the ambassador for Youth Voices. There are hundreds of human rights and human rights activists and social workers who are not only speaking for the rights, but who are struggling to achieve their goals of education, peace, and equality. As I speak one girl among many, I speak not for myself, but for all the young queens and young kings. I raise up my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. Realize the importance of light when we see darkness. Realize the importance of our voice when we are silent. Basically, how the Johannesburg Student Council, or how the community is going to benefit from me being the junior mayor of Johannesburg. Basically, I want to impart knowledge and develop community support that will lead in changes of norms, practices, and beliefs. And by doing so, I'm going to be implementing it amongst the youth and the community. And my first project, it's going to begin in my community, and that is going to be Remove the Mask campaign. Basically, not remove the mask, not basically literally, but the issue with the youth is that we try to impress the world, which paints a picture to the public eye that they are happy, whereas within they are sad and unhappy and they're bleeding. So, and they find themselves trapped in the loop of depression, which is something hard to snap out of. The worst thing that our young kings and queens do is that they commit to suicide. So basically, I'll be talking to students, advising them about this. Basically, I'll be talking to the school that I've selected is my primary learning foundation, and that is Sakia High School. I'll be talking to the students. Basically, everybody will be wearing costume masks in the hall. And as I conclude, everybody will have to remove the mask, basically illustrating that they're unleashing their self. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, Bona. It is not by default that you are the mayor. So now I can see why they elected you as a mayor. Deputy Mayor, same question. Why did you find it important for you to participate in the student council, and how will your community and your school benefit from you being the student council member? Deputy Mayor?
I found it, I'm here. I found it important to participate in the student council because as a child and as a person myself, I would like to make a difference, because as I walk everywhere, you can see like there's littering, and also there's a lot of issues that that I as a person can try to solve, and my community can benefit because in the JSC there are things like there are projects that I can initiate that helps my community and my school as well, such as the debating team that when I had introduced this to my teachers, like they were excited about it. So as I continue in the JSC and as I bring in more projects, I enable many people in my school and my community to participate as well in the JSC and to see that like they can do a difference as well in someone else's lives.
Thank you very much. Oh, these young people are great. Let's hear from the speaker. Junior speaker, Madam Shumigazi Khatebe. Why did you find it important to join or to participate? And what will your community and your school benefit?
I found it important to participate because as the youth, we have so much potential and new ideas that could improve the society that we live in. And so if we want to see change in our society, then it's only right that we contribute to the change using the platform that we are given. And my community will benefit in a way that I represent my community. And so that should reflect morals, values that they have installed in me. I also want to be a voice to my community. And so to use the platform that I have to bring change to the community. And yes, thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. If we were not on visual, I would have clapping hands for you guys. Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
Let's hear from you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
So basically what I thought it was important to join the JSC because a lot of young people today aren't really interested in politics, and a lot of young people, especially today, don't really know a lot about politics. I mean, we do learn about it in school, but not nearly enough as to the structure and the inner workings as to really know about it. So I got interested. I really wanted to see how it works. I'm really fascinated by politics. And I mean, also tomorrow's leaders are the people sitting here today. They're the people of our age. That's the youth of today. And I think it's really important in the JSC to be a representation of your community so that people can come to you with questions and you can give them advice and you can ask them of their opinions. I think it's really important for a community to be very interconnected with their councillor so that they can have fair representation, they can know what's going on in Parliament and in City Council.
Wow. Can we mute? Rulani? Rulani, please mute. Okay, are you done, Elga? Unmute yourself.
Yes.
You done? Okay, thank you very much. That's great. And to be a leader, you don't only have to be in politics. I think we understand that. If you are a doctor, for example, you are a leader there. You are a professional, you are a leader wherever you are leading, because you are leading people at your own space. So that is what we are nurturing here. We're nurturing future politicians, future professionals. Thank you very much. Let's hear from the Chief Whip. Chief Whip,
Hi. The reason for my participation basically in the Johannesburg Student Council is because I have personally always been one to shy away from anything that would involve me having to interact with different people and anything that would have to do with me basically taking the lead probably in different initiatives. But I feel I was quite internally vocal and thought that there was a lot that I was meant to address. And most of that, which included education, as I'm quite a vocal advocate for education and student rights. And I just decided to take that leap of faith and just basically encourage liberal mindedness and yeah. And the second question, how would my community benefit? I think, yeah. Sorry, yeah. How would my community benefit from me being a part of the Johannesburg Student Council? Is that I want to use this platform to be able to address the concerns that and issues that I feel like are faced within my community and within my learning environment. And I feel like being on this platform is going to help me address those concerns easily. And being on this platform also gives me the opportunity to interact with different people and view things from different people's perspectives. And that I think could help us also progress towards finding the solutions to these issues. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Chief Whip. We have a Deputy Chief Whip. Huh? We have a Deputy Chief Whip. Chief Whip?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Oh, we don't have a Deputy Chief Whip. Okay. Can I find Tyra? Please respond to the same questions, Councillor Tyra.
Yes.
Yes.
I found it important for me to participate because I want to make a difference. I feel like our youth has no sense of direction and is easily influenced. And how my community will benefit is by me being a voice for students at our schools. One of the projects I'd like to implement is Youth on the Go. So we are approaching June the 16th, and I was thinking of this project, Youth on the Go. Our youth is very innovative and creative, and we as a youth normally don't have a platform to showcase our talents. And by doing this, they will be given the opportunity to showcase their talents. So I would also like to get speakers from the community, that is entrepreneurs and motivational speakers, to come in and encourage the youth. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Faith van Greenen, same questions.
Good evening, everyone. So why I felt it was important for me to participate in the JSE is because this is a platform where I could really develop my leadership skills and my communication skills. And I think using those newfound skills and talents I can benefit my community by educating them on what is currently happening in our climate, how we as individuals need to take small but consistent steps towards bettering our future and our environment, because people cannot live without an environment to live in. You know, it will continue to get worse and worse unless we educate those around us about what is happening and what climate change is. And so that is how I can, you know, be a benefit to my community.
You see, when you meet with senior councillors, Councillor Mfikwe is your partner. You talk climate change, you talk environment, I'm telling you. There's Faith Kajo, same questions. Councillor Kajo.
Yes. Repeat the question, please. I'm not sure what was asked.
Okay, the first one was, why did you find it important for you to participate in the student council? And the second one is, how will your community and your school benefit from you being in the student council?
Me being in the student council allows me as a teenager to to provide opportunities to like people in my school to help their community as much as I am helping my own community. And my school as well as my community will benefit from it, because as I get projects, my school as well, they as a new mind, and my community as well gets things that projects that in better for everyone living in the community. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Councillor Baloyi. Councillor Zanga Baloyi.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so why I decided to stay in the JSC is because I've always been a person to voice out my thoughts. I've always been a voice to people who have always been shy to be a voice for themselves. So at the JSC, I thought maybe I could make a change in my community, because, as I said, they do not know how to interact with politics. They do not know how to interact with government. So I thought I would be that voice, I would be that link, I would be that change. And that's how I feel I will be benefiting my school and my community. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. Councillor Daisy Maisela. Same questions.
Good day. Why did I find it important to participate in the JSC? It is because I wanted to make a difference in my community and to give the youth a wake-up call that as young people in our society, we need to make a difference and not wait for someone else to make the difference. And how would my community benefit from being in the student council? My community would be more informed and have more hope that the youth is being nurtured by the COJ, and that it'll also become more involved in helping one another, even in a time of difficulty, because my youth in my community struggles from involvement. Like, they don't involve themselves in certain programs to help improve our community. So yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Who else? Who has not responded to this question before we go to our viewers, and before I request the councillors present here, the senior councillors present here, to make comments? Who hasn't spoken on these questions?
Yes, ma'am, I have not spoken.
Yes. Councillor Rulani Simangwe, sorry.
Yes, I want to use the JSC as a platform to voice out the issues and struggles that the youth of Johannesburg face. Like we have seen yesterday, a video trending of a young girl being bullied. So I think using the JSC as a platform to voice out such issues and about bullying and whatnot, making people informed, especially young persons, about bullying and how it is wrong, will maybe actually put a stop to it. And how would my community how would my community, can you please repeat the question about the community?
All right.
Yes.
All right. It says, how will your community and your school benefit from you being in the student council?
My community, like I have said, like I have raised a point about the Ria Vaya bus stops, how different persons like actually feel unsafe when standing there, especially when it is still dark in the morning and it is still dark. I would like I've said, I would like the COJ, the transportation department, to employ security guards that will be deployed to like actually stand at the bus stops to I do not know, to like guard the people, like make sure, make them feel safe, maybe make them feel safe, yes. And how will my school benefit from this program from the JSC? Like I have said, I want to educate my school about the JSC, and I want to involve them in events, projects that will be taking place that my fellow councillors will be presenting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Has everybody spoken from the councillors? These young councillors are, you know, they are so wonderful. They are great. And I would really request councillors present here to inform other councillors, other senior councillors, to invite these young councillors into their portfolio committees. You know, when transport has a portfolio committee meeting, invite Simangwe, Councillor Simangwe, to attend the portfolio committee meeting, and all the portfolios that we have in the city. Please invite these young people and empower them. Simple. Before I give the councillors who are here to wrap up, can we hear what our viewers are saying? Are they as excited as me? Because I'm very excited to be hosting these wonderful young people.
Absolutely, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much. And of course, thank you to all the junior councillors for sharing such wonderful plans that they have for the city, and to get all the young people to get to know about the city of Johannesburg. So we appreciate it. A comment from Temba says maybe the junior councillors must also go on the ground with the leadership to experience real service delivery issues. So perhaps if we can try and pair you with some of our councillors, as Madam Speaker has alluded, that would also be helpful so that you get some experience there. Tsepiso wants to know, Madam, how do schools get involved with the JSC? And the last one comes from Kanya, says the junior council is a great concept. It must be expanded to universities. I've got one other one from Prudence, says, please, 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 young people, continue to serve us with great attitude and respect the people who you serve, and please continue with the good work that you are doing. Thank you very much. That's it from Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much. When we wrap up, I will ask Brenda, who is the facilitator of this program, to respond to the question of how do we recruit and when do we recruit. The term of office is 2 years, but then Brenda will then indicate on the recruitment process and when are we starting. I think when I was doing my opening remarks, I did indicate that between October, November, we will be recruiting from other schools. So our viewers, please encourage your schools in your community. Councillors, Councillor Mosehla, don't you think these young people are awesome? Don't you think this is wonderful? You know, to have young people, these are future of our country and future of our city. These are leaders of tomorrow. These are professionals of tomorrow. Don't you think this is awesome? Just your comment. Councillor Mosehla.
Speaker, I think let me first congratulate the new councillors of the Students' Council. But also, Speaker, I would like to tell you and the rest of the community, as well as the listeners, that these councillors are awesome. They just needs to be, taught here and there on how to conduct themselves, what language to use and all that, but they are awesome. Speaker, if we can keep this program up and running and continually so, I think you will be leaving a great legacy behind, but also the city will be in good hands because we will have councillors who understands how to operate, how to ethically conduct themselves within communities that they live in. Just a small or minor thing that, our small councillors, not small as small, but junior councillors, they are not yet understanding that they're not representing their schools and their small section where they come from, but they represent the entire city of Johannesburg. So when they are going to embark on programs, yes, it starts at home, but broaden it to the entire city. If you come from Orange Farm, consider the ones in Midrand and vice versa. So in that manner, you'll be able to grow faster. But the main thing is to familiarize themselves with the documents, the legislatures of our council and the nation, the constitution of the republic. I think if they get that right, Speaker, they will be able to be innovative in coming up with solutions for the community of the city of Johannesburg. Thanks, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mosehla. Certainly, I couldn't agree with you more. In the last council, we had Junior Mayor Tahir and other members of the Junior Council. We were doing, before COVID, we were visiting different schools with them. And by the way, this Junior Council has already donated some dignity packs, Councillor Mfikwe. They have donated dignity packs for young people. There are dignity packs that we were distributing in Denver, at Denver school. Is it Denver? Yeah. And the schools that we visited now recently, some of the goodies and the bags we distributed there were donated by this junior council. So they have already started working for their communities, for different communities. So indeed, you are correct. We will be going to different schools with them. Councillor Mfikwe, what do you think about this
Good
cream?
evening, Madam Speaker. And good evening to the councillors and the junior councillors that have logged in. I joined in when the junior mayor was speaking and I was like impressed. So I think the future is indeed very bright.
Yes.
I'm agreeing with Councillor Mosehla that we probably they need education there and there about what is the legislation that is governing local government. Understanding that as councillors, I heard most of them were talking about their areas. Yes. And that's why I want to agree with Councillor Mosehla that when we are councillors, we move out of our comfort zones and we become broader society representatives. Mostly impressed by the short presentations from the other councillors besides the mayor and the chief whip and the speaker. I was particularly impressed, Madam Speaker, about I assume they are MMCs. I don't know. Are they MMCs or they are councillors? Talking about climate change and environment. And where I want to agree with her is us understanding the impact of climate change on the future of cities and the future of our country going forward. I do welcome the suggestion that we should invite them to portfolio committee meetings and sessions. I think, Madam Speaker, it will also be important for you to invite them to the IGP sessions that are continuing right now, so that they could learn and understand how we engage with communities, and it will probably take them out of the boxes that operating from for now. And I guess then as we engage with them, we will be able to share the knowledge that we have, take some of the innovative ideas that we could work with right now without waiting for them to be able to be as grown up as us. You know, but I think we have a good team, and good luck to them. And probably I should have started by congratulating them, you know, on them becoming counselors. Becoming a counselor is a social responsibility that affects not just their schools, but communities that they live and communities that we hope they will serve. It's important for them to always know that they need to improve their information gathering so that their knowledge is enhanced, you know, because knowledge is power in any situation. So I want to congratulate them and congratulate you too, Madam Speaker. But then this is a team that we could try and groom so that we leave them with skills and a better service-orientated mindset so that they are able to grow into responsible public servants in the future. Congratulations, guys, and welcome to the city of Johannesburg. Thanks, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Councillor Mfikwe. Thank you so much, and thank you to our viewers. Unfortunately, we won't be reading all your messages. Let's hear, Brenda. There was a question on recruitment. Can you empower our citizens as we encourage more and more schools to participate? Madam
Good evening. Yes, good evening, Speaker, our senior councillors and our junior councillors. The program is a 2-year program. So we recruit kids in the grade 10 years. So they need to be in grade 10 and we keep them for 2 years, grade 10 and 11. So that's really the most important criteria. They must be in grade 10 in their first year of term of office. And then they need to be a citizen of the city. So those are the 2 most important criteria when recruiting. My email address is brenda@joburg.org.za. So if there are any listeners, any schools who'd like to send their applications now already, it's quite fine, even though the process of application only starts in October. So yeah, I think I must maybe just repeat that. It's Brenda A, 2 A's, my surname is Andrews, @joburg.org.za. And they're quite welcome to call me at any time as well. 083-578-9256 if there are any questions with regard to recruitment.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, colleagues. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed, Councillor Mfikwe. Thank you for raising that and reminding us that we are in the IDP process, so we can invite young people. Thank you for that. We have noted it. In fact, we have IDP sessions that are taking place in the evening. All right. Some of the sessions are virtual. Some of the sessions are physical. So we'll hear depending on the workload, because we also want them to be in class. So we will be inviting them. Tlaga will give them the schedule. So we'll get an indication of when, at which session do you want to attend. But I must say it again that nurturing young people is the best thing to do as a nation, because this is the future of our city, future of our country. I want to leave with a quote of Ihan Omar, who said, I quote, "Every student has something to offer, and every student deserves a nurturing learning environment." And this is the environment that we are providing to our students for them to be able to offer what they are talented to offer. With that says, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to all people who have attended. I see Lungile Dukwana. Thank you very much for attending. Thank you to our future leaders. We love you. We really love you. Thank you. And good evening. Thank you to Sipo and Ntlaga for working behind scenes in preparing for this. Thank you very much. Thank you to all, everybody in the legislature and the Office of the Speaker who have been working on this program. We really appreciate you helping us in nurturing our future leaders. Thank you so much, and thank you to our viewers. Please keep on sending your comments on our social media platforms. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening to everybody.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Good evening,
Thank you,
everybody.
Madam
See you on Friday. See you on Friday.
Have a good evening.
Thank you, Madam
Thank
Speaker.
you.
Thank you, Madam Friday at the Speaker.
Thank
breakfast on Friday. We forgot.
Thank you.
Thank
I just want to
you.
thank everyone for their
Thank
effort tonight, for their time commitment, and to the potential viewers who are interested in the politics of our city. I want to thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and our appreciation to your parents as well. Thank you and your families for allowing you to participate in this program. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.